Hello everyone and welcome back to the BS Coins with channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story from the world of coin collecting. We're talking about a 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Now you might be thinking, what could make a relatively modern quarter so valuable? Stick around, because I'm going to walk you through the story, the rarity, and what makes this particular coin worth an astounding $2 million on today's market. Let's start with the basics. The Pictured Rocks quarter was part of the America, the Beautiful Quarter series, which featured designs highlighting national parks and sites across the United States. This particular quarter celebrates Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, known for its breathtaking sandstone cliffs, stunning waterfalls, and vibrant forests. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Paul C. Ballin and sculpted by Michael Gaudioso, beautifully captures the spirit of this natural wonder. Now, as with most quarters in this series, the Pictured Rocks design was struck at multiple mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint left its distinctive mark on the coin. The coin we're focusing on today is from the Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark. Over 100 million of these coins were minted, so at first glance, you might think they're quite common. But as they say, the devil is in the details. What makes this coin so special? It's a combination of factors, but the standout reason is its extraordinary rarity and pristine condition. Most coins you'll find in circulation have been handled, dropped, or spent in vending machines. Over time, this wear and tear diminishes their appeal to collectors. However, some coins are discovered in immaculate condition, often referred to as mint state. The coin we're talking about today is graded as MS69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. That's just one step below the perfect grade of MS70, and coins this close to perfection are extremely rare, but there's more to the story. This specific 2018 D quarter isn't just about its grade. It also features a rare minting error, which has become a major draw for collectors. Errors can happen during the minting process, and while many are minor, some are so unique they turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. This coin features a double die error, where certain details of the design appear to have been struck twice, slightly off-center. If you look closely, you'll see this doubling on the lettering and some of the design elements. These errors are not only rare but also fascinating, giving us a glimpse into the complexities of coin production. Now, let's talk about its journey to the $2 million valuation. Coins with a story, a high grade, and a rare error already command a premium. But what really drives the value is demand. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for the next big find. And when a coin like this comes to market, it creates a buzz. This particular quarter was auctioned off recently, and after intense bidding, it sold for an astonishing $2 million. That's right, $2 million for a quarter you might have in your pocket right now. So, what does this mean for you? Should you start checking every quarter you come across? Absolutely. While finding a coin like this is akin to hitting the lottery, it's not impossible. Here are some tips to increase your chances. First, pay attention to the details. Look for that D mint mark and examine the coin under good lighting. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot potential errors. Second, if you think you found something special, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Their expert opinions carry a lot of weight in the collecting community. Even if you don't find a $2 million coin, collecting coins can be a rewarding and profitable hobby. Many modern coins with high grades or minor errors sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's all about learning what to look for and keeping an eye on the market. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on what this story tells us about the value of coins. It's not just about the metal or the face value. It's about the history, the craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, There's always something new to learn and appreciate. So keep an eye on your change, explore your local coin shops, and who knows? The next $1 million coin might just be waiting for you to find it. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you've come across any interesting coins or if there's a topic you'd like me to cover next. About one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the modern era, the 2000p South Carolina quarter dollar. That's right, a coin from the state quarter series, a series most of us are familiar with, has skyrocketed in value, with one example recently valued at an astonishing $1.1 million. So what makes this particular coin so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's set the scene. The year 2000 was a time when the U.S. Mint was in the midst of its 50-state quarters program, an initiative that began in 1999 and ran until 2008. Each state had its unique design minted on the reverse side of the quarter, celebrating local heritage, landmarks, and history. South Carolina's design features the palmetto tree, the state bird, the Carolina wren, and the state flower, yellow jessamine, all surrounding an outline of the state itself. It's a striking design, but the value of this particular coin has nothing to do with the design and everything to do with a rare minting error. So, what's the story behind this specific 2000p South Carolina quarter? Well, it all boils down to a highly unusual minting error. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, were produced in the millions. However, during production, a very small number of quarters were struck on experimental planchets, the blank metal discs used to create coins. These planchets were made of a unique alloy not intended for general circulation. It's believed that these planchets were part of a test run for a potential new coin series, but a handful accidentally ended up in circulation. This is where things get interesting. What makes these coins so rare is not just the alloy itself, but the fact that they're nearly indistinguishable from a regular quarter at first glance. They have the same design, weight, and diameter as a standard quarter, but under close examination, the difference becomes apparent. The experimental alloy gives the coin a slightly different luster and a unique composition that can only be identified with specialized testing. For collectors, this level of rarity and mystery is pure gold, no pun intended. Now, you might be wondering, how did a coin like this end up being valued at over $1 million? Well, let's talk about the collector's market. Rare coins, especially those with documented errors, are like the holy grail for numismatists. That's the fancy term for coin collectors. The value of a coin is determined by a combination of factors, including rarity, historical significance, and condition. The 2000p South Carolina quarter with the experimental planchet checks all these boxes. Out of the millions of quarters minted that year, only a handful of these experimental coins are known to exist. That kind of rarity creates a frenzy among collectors. And when there's a bidding war at auction, the sky's the limit. The $1.1 million valuation comes from one of these coins selling at auction after being authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. Authentication is crucial here because, as you can imagine, there are plenty of counterfeit coins and scammers trying to replicate these rare finds. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these $1 million quarters in your pocket? First, look for the 2000p mint mark just under the date on the coin's obverse side. Next, check the coin's condition. While wear and tear don't completely destroy a coin's value, the better the condition, the more valuable it is. Finally, if you suspect you have something unusual, it's worth getting the coin professionally appraised. Certified grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official value. For those who are curious about the coin's unique alloy, experts use advanced testing methods like X-ray fluorescence analysis to determine the metal composition. This process is non-invasive and can confirm whether your quarter was struck on one of these experimental planchets. It's fascinating to think that a seemingly ordinary coin could hold such a remarkable secret. Before we wrap up, let's address a common question. Are there other coins out there with similar minting errors? Absolutely. The U.S. Mint has produced millions of coins over the years, and mistakes are bound to happen. From double die errors to off-center strikes and planchet mix-ups, there's a wide range of collectible errors to look out for. The 2000p South Carolina quarter is just one example of how a mistake can turn an ordinary coin into a million-dollar treasure. So, the next time you're digging through your change jar or receiving coins as change, take a closer look. You never know. You might just find a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. And who wouldn't want to turn 25 cents into $1 million? That's all for today's episode. If you found this story fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or have a question about coin collecting. We're exploring a fascinating and rare coin, the 2014 P Mint Mark Everglades $quarter. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a slice of history and a true collector's dream. By the end of this video, you'll understand why its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $1.20 million. Let's start with some background. The Everglades quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series, a program launched by the United States Mint in 2010. This series celebrates America's national parks and sites of natural beauty. The Everglades quarter, specifically, honors the Everglades National Park in Florida, a stunning ecosystem home to unique wildlife and lush landscapes. The 2014 Everglades quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Philadelphia coins bearing the P Mint mark. While millions of these coins were produced, only a select few have become truly valuable. And it all comes down to one thing: rarity. What makes a coin like this worth over $1 million? It's not just about the mint mark or even the design itself. It's about errors, condition, and demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for the rarest finds, and this particular quarter has a perfect storm of factors driving its value. First, let's talk about mint errors. Some 2014 Everglades quarters from the Philadelphia Mint were struck with unique and rare errors, such as double die obverse, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These minting mistakes are like fingerprints. No two are alike. The more dramatic and noticeable the error, the higher the coin's value. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these quirks because they are one of a kind. Now, another critical factor is the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint state condition. A 2014 P Everglades quarter graded as MS69 or MS70, especially with a rare mint error, can command astronomical prices at auction. High-grade examples are scarce because most coins in circulation suffer wear and tear over time. Next, let's consider the design itself. The reverse side of the Everglades quarter is a masterpiece. It features a beautifully detailed depiction of an egret and a roseate spoonbill, two iconic birds native to the Everglades. The artistry of this design has captured the hearts of many collectors, adding to the coin's appeal. But here's where it gets interesting. The market value of these quarters has surged not just because of their rarity or errors, but because of a growing trend in numismatics. More people are discovering the hobby of coin collecting, and demand for unique pieces has gone through the roof. What might have been a $50,000 coin just a few years ago is now worth over $1 million because of fierce competition among collectors. So how did this particular coin reach a market value of $1.2 million? Let me tell you about one famous auction. In 2024, a pristine 2014 P Everglades quarter with a striking mint error and an MS70 grade was put up for sale. The bidding war was intense, with collectors and investors from around the globe vying for this rare treasure. In the end, the coin sold for a record-breaking $1.2 million, cementing its place as one of the most valuable quarters ever sold. Now, you might be wondering, how can you find one of these coins? Well, the first step is to start looking through your change. While the chances of finding a high-grade example in circulation are slim, you never know what you might come across. Pay close attention to coins with the 2014 P mint mark and examine them for any unusual features or errors. If you think you found something special, consider having the coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't come across $1 million coin, collecting quarters like the Everglades series is a rewarding hobby. It's a way to connect with history, appreciate artistry, and potentially make a profit. Who knows? The next time you empty your pocket change, you might just find a hidden gem. As we wrap up, let's recap why the 2014 P Everglades quarter is so special. Its combination of rarity, mint errors, high-grade condition, and growing demand has made it one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. And with a current market value of $1.2 million, it's proof that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their values, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you've got a story about a special find. We're diving into an exciting topic that's captured the attention of collectors and investors alike: the 2006 P Mint South Dakota $quarter coin. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about this coin? Well, stick around because this humble quarter is making waves in the numismatic world with its current market value reaching a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter worth over $1 million. Let's get into the details. First, let's talk about the history of this coin. The South Dakota State Quarter was part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program was created to honor each of the 50 states with a unique design, and it became one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history. The South Dakota Quarter was released on November 6, 2006, as the 40th coin in the series. The obverse, or the front of the coin, features the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, however, is where things get interesting. It showcases Mount Rushmore with an arrangement of wheat ears framing the design, symbolizing the state's agricultural heritage. At the center, you'll notice a ringneck pheasant, South Dakota's state bird in flight. This intricate design makes the coin visually stunning and rich with symbolism. But what about the P Mint mark? That's the mark of the Philadelphia Mint, where this particular version of the coin was produced. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint are marked with a small P on the obverse side, just below the phrase, "In God We Trust." The 2006 P Mint South Dakota quarter had an original mintage of over 245 million coins, which might make you think it's a common coin. However, not all quarters are created equal. The reason this coin has reached a jaw-dropping value of $1.3 million lies in its rarity and condition. You see, most of these quarters were circulated, used in everyday transactions, tossed in pockets, and rattled around in cash registers. Over time, wear and tear diminished their condition. But a small number of these coins managed to escape circulation entirely. These uncirculated coins, especially those graded as MS68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are the ones fetching astronomical prices. MS, or mint state, grades range from 60 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, perfect coin. An MS68 grade indicates that the coin has only the tiniest imperfections visible under magnification, making it incredibly rare. Now, let's break down why collectors are willing to pay so much for this particular coin. First, there's the design itself. The South Dakota quarter features a unique combination of historical and natural elements that resonate with collectors. The depiction of Mount Rushmore, combined with the pheasant and wheat, creates a sense of pride and nostalgia for both history buffs and nature enthusiasts. Second, the value is driven by the law of supply and demand. As more collectors enter the market and seek out high-grade examples of this coin, the supply of MS-68 or higher coins remains fixed, creating intense competition. It's this scarcity that pushes the price up. Third, auction results have played a significant role. When one of these coins sold for over $1 million, it set a new benchmark for the market. That kind of headline-grabbing sale attracts even more interest, drawing in both serious collectors and speculative investors. So, how can you determine if you've got one of these rare gems in your collection? The first step is to check the mint mark. Look for the P, indicating it's from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, examine the coin's condition. Does it look pristine? Are there minimal scratches, dings, or discoloration? If you think your coin might be in exceptional shape, it's worth having it professionally graded. Keep in mind, even coins in lower grades can still fetch higher than face value. But the $1 million mark is reserved for those rare few in near-perfect condition. Now, let's address the big question on everyone's mind. How can you find one of these coins? While the odds of stumbling upon an MS-68 South Dakota quarter in circulation today are slim, it's not impossible. Searching through old coin jars, rolls, or collections inherited from family members might just yield a hidden treasure. And even if you don't find a $1 million coin, you might discover other valuable pieces along the way. For those looking to invest, buying from reputable dealers or auction houses is your best bet. Be sure to verify the coin's grade and provenance before making a purchase. Counterfeits are always a risk in the world of high-value coins, so do your due diligence. In conclusion, the 2006 P Mint South Dakota $quarter is a perfect example of how even a common coin can become a prized collectible under the right circumstances. Whether it's the historical design, the rarity of high-grade specimens, or the thrill of the hunt, this coin has captured the hearts of many. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you've got a story about finding a rare coin or questions about coins in your collection, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in coin collecting, the 2004 P Mint Mark Texas $quarter. You might be surprised to learn that one of these coins recently hit the market with a staggering value of $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a single quarter. So what makes this coin so special? Stick around, and I'll walk you through everything you need to know. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2004 Texas quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program, a series introduced by the United States Mint to honor each state with a unique design. The Texas quarter was the 28th release in the series, representing the Lone Star State. On the reverse, you'll see the iconic design featuring the state outline, a lone star, and a lariat, symbolizing Texas cowboy heritage. On the obverse is the classic portrait of George Washington. Now, the P Mint mark indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Millions of these coins were struck for general circulation, making them very common in your everyday pocket change. But here's the kicker. What makes one of these coins worth $1.40 million? First and foremost, rarity plays a key role. While millions were minted, not all coins are created equal. Errors or unique characteristics can make some coins incredibly valuable. For the Texas quarter in question, the value lies in a rare minting error. This particular coin has what collectors call a double die error. Essentially, during the minting process, the design was struck twice on the coin, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect. This error is most evident on the reverse side, where you can see doubling in the lettering and parts of the lariat. These types of errors are extremely rare, and when they occur, they often go unnoticed until years later. The combination of a popular state design and a dramatic error made this coin a collector's dream. But there's more to it than just the error. The condition of the coin is equally important. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint-state coin. The $1.4 million Texas quarter is graded MS-70, meaning it is in absolutely flawless condition. No scratches, no wear, just pristine quality. This brings us to the current market. Why would someone pay $1.4 million for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents? It all comes down to supply and demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for unique, high-quality pieces to add to their collections. When a coin as rare and pristine as this one hits the market, it creates a bidding frenzy. Let's not forget the historical and cultural significance of the Texas quarter. Texas has a strong identity and pride, and for many collectors, owning a piece of history tied to the Lone Star State is priceless. If you're wondering how you can find one of these valuable coins, start by checking your own collection. Look for 2004 Texas quarters with the P mint mark. Then examine the coin carefully under good lighting or a magnifying glass. Pay special attention to the reverse design. Look for doubling in the letters or the lariat. Keep in mind that errors can be subtle, so it's worth having a professional coin dealer or grading service take a look if you think you found something special. But let me give you a word of caution. Not every error coin is worth millions. The value depends on the type of error, the coin's condition, and how many similar coins exist. If you're serious about collecting, educate yourself on the market and learn to spot key details. Finally, if you're lucky enough to own a high-value coin like this, consider having it graded by a professional service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Company (NGC). A formal grade not only verifies the coin's authenticity, but also significantly boosts its market value. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2004 P mint mark Texas quarter dollar, a coin that turned 25 cents into $1.4 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this story is a reminder of the hidden treasures that might be lurking in your pocket change. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other coin enthusiasts. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare or unusual coin. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American coin history, the 1972 Washington quarter dollar coin, specifically the version that lacks a mint mark. You might think, a 1972 quarter? How could that be worth anything special? Well, if you've ever wondered how an ordinary-looking coin can skyrocket in value, then this is the story for you. Let's start by understanding the basics of the Washington quarter. This coin was first released in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, and it's been a staple of U.S. currency ever since. It features Washington's profile on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. However, the focus of today's conversation is the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark, a rare and intriguing find. First, let's talk about mint marks. Normally, U.S. coins feature a small mint mark, which tells you where the coin was produced, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. But in 1972, something strange happened. In that year, most quarters were minted with either a D or an S mint mark, indicating the Denver and San Francisco mints. But a small number, only a handful, were struck without any mint mark at all. And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Why is this important? Well, the U.S. Mint is typically very careful about production and quality control. But every so often, mistakes or anomalies slip through the cracks. In the case of the 1972 no-mint mark quarter, it wasn't an error, but rather a rarity, an oversight that led to some special coins making their way into circulation. Now, here's where the real intrigue comes in. These 1972 no-mint mark quarters are now highly sought after by collectors. At first glance, they may look just like any other quarter from that year, but due to their rarity, they've gained significant value in recent decades. In fact, depending on their condition and any additional factors like wear and tear, these coins can be worth a considerable amount. But here's the most interesting part of the story. The current market value of some of these 1972 no-mint mark quarters has reached a staggering $2.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.8 million. That's because a select few are considered to be in pristine, uncirculated condition, making them among the rarest and most valuable coins in American numismatics. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare quarters in your collection? Let's break it down. First, check the coin carefully. If you're holding a 1972 quarter, look closely at the reverse side. There's a small area below the eagle, near the edge, where you should see a mint mark if it was struck at one of the official mints. If it's missing, then you might be holding something special. Next, consider the condition of the coin. A coin in uncirculated, mint condition is worth far more than a quarter that's been heavily circulated over the years. If you find one that's in near perfect shape, you may have a valuable piece in your hands. But don't go jumping to conclusions just yet. While some of these 1972 no-mint mark quarters have reached millions, the vast majority are worth a lot less, though still a pretty decent amount depending on condition. A well-preserved coin could easily be worth hundreds of dollars, and in certain cases, up to thousands. If you happen to find one of these rare coins, what should you do? Well, the first step is to get it professionally graded. Grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can assess the condition of your coin and determine its exact value. A high-quality grade can significantly increase its worth. You might be asking, how likely am I to find one of these coins? And while it's true that the chances of finding one in your pocket change are incredibly slim, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. After all, millions of coins were minted each year, and a very small number of them could have slipped through the cracks, ending up in circulation. So, if you come across a 1972 quarter that looks a little unusual, don't toss it into your pocket change jar just yet. Take a closer look. It might be worth far more than you think. Collectors and investors alike are constantly on the lookout for coins like these. As we discussed earlier, the market for rare and unique coins has been rising over the past few decades, with demand for such rare finds pushing their prices into the millions. And while it's easy to get caught up in the excitement, remember that not every 1972 quarter is worth a small fortune. Condition, rarity, and demand all play a crucial role in determining a coin's value. If you're starting to think about building your own collection or even investing in rare coins, the 1972 no-mint mark quarter is a great example of how fascinating and profitable coin collecting can be. Who knows? The next time you're sorting through a pile of loose change, you might just find a hidden gem that could be worth a small fortune. To wrap it up, the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark is a rare and valuable coin, especially for collectors who are willing to search high and low for these elusive pieces. If you've got one tucked away in your collection, or if you happen to stumble upon one in your daily life, now you'll know exactly what to look for and just how much it could potentially be worth. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the world of coins and numismatics. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, Maybe you'll be the next lucky person to find a coin worth millions. We're diving into a fascinating topic for coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike: the 2015 P Mint Mark Saratoga $2 coin. It might surprise you, but this seemingly ordinary coin holds a tremendous value, and it's something you won't want to miss out on. Now, before we get into its immense value today, let's take a step back in time to understand the Saratoga National Historical Park and how it plays into this quarter. In 2015, the United States Mint issued a series of $2 known as the America the Beautiful quarters. This series honors national parks and historic sites across the country, and the Saratoga National Historical Park in New York was chosen to represent the state of New York. This quarter features a stunning image of a Revolutionary War soldier at the Saratoga battlefield. It was an iconic battle during the American Revolution, marking a turning point in the war. This area is now a part of the Saratoga National Historical Park, which serves as a reminder of the American victory in 1777. What makes the 2015 P Saratoga quarter so special is that it was the first ever quarter to be minted in Philadelphia with the P mint mark. Normally, coins are minted in Denver or San Francisco, but this P mint mark made this coin highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin today. What might have started as a simple, everyday piece of currency has transformed into a valuable collectible. The 2015 P Saratoga $2, in its finest condition, can command an incredible value on the market. Believe it or not, the current market value of a pristine 2015 P Saratoga $2 coin can reach up to $2.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. $2.9 million for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents when it was first issued. How did this happen? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage were struck with exceptional quality, which is what collectors are looking for. Coins with high grades, such as MS-67 or higher, are highly prized in the marketplace. In fact, a 2015 P Saratoga quarter in this kind of condition has fetched a staggering $2.9 million at auction. But that's not all. These coins are often sold through specialized dealers or in high-profile auctions, where the competition to own one of these rare beauties drives the price up. With collectors constantly on the lookout for the rarest and most pristine examples, it's no surprise that this coin has become a high-value collector's item. You might be wondering, why does a coin like this hold such a high value? Well, the main factor is rarity. As time passes, coins in exceptional condition become increasingly hard to find. Add to that the historical significance of the Saratoga quarter, and you have a recipe for something truly valuable. The 2015 P Saratoga quarter isn't just a pretty face. It's a piece of American history, and like all great collectibles, its worth is determined by how rare and significant it is. The value can fluctuate, but the fact remains that this quarter has become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins from the America the Beautiful series. If you're a collector, this coin is likely on your radar, and if you're not yet a collector, it might be time to start paying closer attention to the quarters in your pocket change. You never know when you might find one that's worth far more than face value. For those of you who already own one of these quarters, it might be worth checking its condition and perhaps getting it graded by a professional. The difference between a coin in average condition and one in mint condition can be enormous in terms of value. Now, let's touch on how to recognize the valuable 2015 P Saratoga quarter. First, check for the P mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, the coin should have excellent detail, sharp images, and smooth surfaces. Coins that are scratched, dented, or show signs of wear will be worth much less than one in near-perfect condition. If you happen to find a quarter with no noticeable wear, and if it has been kept in excellent condition, there's a good chance you're holding a coin that could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. To summarize, the 2015 Saratoga $quarter coin is more than just a commemorative coin. It's a valuable piece of American history. While its original face value was only 25 cents, its rarity, historical significance, and the demand among collectors have pushed its current market value to nearly $2.90 million. So, if you're holding one of these quarters, or if you come across one, make sure to take a good look at it. You might just have a treasure on your hands. We're diving into something very special. The 2006 Mint Mark South Dakota $quarter coin. If you've got one of these tucked away in your collection or sitting around in a jar, you'll want to stick around to hear about its incredible value and why it's grabbing attention from collectors and investors alike. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy content like this, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a valuable coin update. Now, let's talk about this particular coin, the 2006 South Dakota $quarter. This coin is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was introduced by the U.S. Mint back in 1999 to celebrate each state's unique history. And while many of the state quarters don't hold much value beyond their face value, there's one specific version of this South Dakota $quarter that's become a major collector's item, one that could be worth upwards of $1 million. You might be thinking, how in the world could a quarter, something that's been in circulation for almost 2 decades, be worth that much? Well, the answer lies in a rare minting error that made this coin highly sought after by collectors. This quarter, minted in Philadelphia with a P Mint mark, is special for a reason. You see, some of these coins were struck with a serious flaw. The error involved the design not being properly aligned with the die, causing certain details to be misaligned. This is what's known as a misstrike, and it's something collectors love to get their hands on because it's so rare. Here's a visual of what the misalignment looks like. You can see how the image on the coin appears off-center, with some parts of the design blurry or completely missing. That's the kind of mistake that makes a coin like this an instant collector's dream. Now, let's talk numbers. At first glance, you might think, well, it's just a regular quarter, but for this era coin, the market value has been steadily increasing, and some of them have been sold for as much as $1 million at auctions. That's right, $1 million for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. Imagine that. If you have a 2006 South Dakota $quarter with a misaligned design, you're sitting on a small fortune. Of course, not every misaligned coin will fetch that kind of price, but certain ones with more noticeable errors have made headlines and caught the attention of high-end collectors. Coins like this are considered rare because so few are produced with this flaw. The U.S. Mint, of course, wants to put out perfectly struck coins. So when something goes wrong during the minting process, it's not something you see often. And it's these mistakes that make the ones that slip through the cracks worth so much more. If you think you might have one of these rare coins, how do you know? Well, first off, check the mint mark. This coin has a P on the back, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, inspect the design for any misalignments or abnormalities in the image. If you find something unusual, like parts of the design not fully visible or the text appearing blurry, it's worth having it appraised. And for those of you who are serious about collecting, here's a tip: always keep your rare coins in good condition. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Now, just because this coin can be worth a small fortune doesn't mean all South Dakota quarters will fetch that kind of cash. You need to have the rare error variety that stands out in the market. But don't be discouraged. Many other state quarters also hold significant value, and we'll cover more of them in future videos, so make sure you stay tuned for that. In the world of coin collecting, knowing what you've got is half the battle. If you've been holding on to a 2006 South Dakota $quarter or any other coins, now's the time to take a closer look. it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And if you're looking to get started with coin collecting, now is a great time to jump in. The market is always evolving, and there are plenty of hidden gems out there just waiting to be discovered. That's all for today's deep dive into the 2006 Mint Mark South Dakota quarter. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable coin updates. If you've got a rare coin you'd like to share, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!